received the email, and in the email there are 2 worksheets, and then there's 2 other additional pages. We're going to go over the first 2 worksheets, and then we'll talk about the last 2 pages after that. So what we're going to try to do in the Fluff to Buff is, first of all, figure out what our daily caloric needs are with exercise included. And so we have daily caloric needs for each of us without exercise, and then daily caloric needs that also factor in exercise, and there's a difference there between those 2. So in the first worksheet, it looks like this. So it's page 1. On here we're going to use the Harris-Benedict BMR, which is the basal metabolic rate formula. So in that, the first thing we need to do is we're going to fill in our body weight. So we're using 150 pounds for this example. And then from that body weight, we're going to divide it by 2.2. The reason for that is this formula involves kilograms. And so now we're going to take 9.99 times body weight in kilograms. And that's going to give us one number. For us, it is 681.13. Now after we've done that, we're going to move into our height. So we want to take our height in inches. So this individual is 5'6". So 66 inches, we're going to figure that out in centimeters. So we're going to multiply that by 2.54, and then that's going to give us height in centimeters. So then it's 6.25 times your height in centimeters. Once you have that answer, you're going to put it right here. Ours was 1,047.75. Next up, we're going to put your age. So 4.92 times your age in years. This individual's 26, and that gives us a number of 127.29 or 92. Then if you're a male, you're going to add 5. So we'll put plus 5. If you're a female, you're going to do minus 161. So if you come and you look right here on the sheet, we have the formula for you. So it's A plus B, and then minus your C, and then plus or minus D depending on male or female, and that's going to give you your BMR. So we want to add box A to box B, subtract C, and then plus or minus depending on male or female, box D. So after we did that, you can pause and finish that equation for you, or for yourself, and then we're going to keep going though, but you can pause the video, finish all the equation, and then pick it up from there. So our basal metabolic rate is, for this individual, is 1,439.96. So we can go ahead and you can round that up. That would be perfectly okay to call it 1,444, or you can keep the decimals, either way. So that is the amount of calories needed for your body just to function, bare minimum function. Now what we need to do is figure out how many calories are needed for our activity levels. So with this individual, we chose the third box, but we'll go over all of them. Number 1 is little to no exercise. So that's someone that's not really participating in a hardcore fitness program, and they're just kind of doing something like you know, walking, maybe doing some Zumba, something like that. Then the next one right here, you can see a little bit closer, there you go, is CrossFit 1 to 3 days per week. So this is someone that's coming in a couple days a week and doing CrossFit, and maybe they're doing some other light activity, but nothing too serious. On those CrossFit days, I have some extra calories written in the green. We'll go over that here in a minute. Then we have CrossFit plus extra training. So you're doing something 3 to 4 days a week that's fairly serious, and pretty intense, not just long, slow distance running necessarily, but 3-4 days of some intense activity. Then we have CrossFit for 5 days a week, and then we have CrossFit plus weightlifting was just the example, but multiple days of 2 days throughout the week, some really heavy workouts, not just weight-wise heavy, but systematically heavy from a conditioning standpoint. So we have our different categories here. On the first 2, the first three right here, 2 and 3, we're going to add some calories to our CrossFit days. Now, down here, we're just going to add some to our final number, and I'll go over that explanation here in a minute. So, we took 1439.96, multiplied it by our activity level, which is a 1.55. That gave us this total right here, which is our daily caloric need, which is 2,231.938. All right. So that's how many calories we need on just our normal activity days. Down here we have a goal weight of losing 5 pounds. So to come up with how many calories that is, we're going to multiply it by 3,500. For every pound of body weight, or every pound, there is 3,500 calories. So that gives us a total of 17,500 calories that we need to cut back over the next 40 days of the challenge. We divide that number by 40, and that gives us our total of 437.5 calories. So now what we need to do is we need to subtract L, which is this number, from our daily caloric need, which is up here, and that gives us the result of 1,794 calories. We're going to now need to use this number on the second sheet. So just to go over this one more time, we took our BMR, multiplied it by our daily activity, gave us this number right here, which is our daily caloric need. We put our goal weight loss here. Now, for those of us that are wanting to add weight, then instead of subtracting this total caloric daily deficit, we had add it to this number. So we come up with 17,500, and then we divide that by 40 days. So let's go ahead and work that problem out. If you're in these bottom two categories, we're just going to add some calories to the end of this number before we get down here. The reason for that is there's more activity needed, so we're going to add those calories in. Now, right here is a number for just our normal activity. On days that we do CrossFit, we're going to add in a few extra calories for those days. And so that's pretty simple, not super challenging there. All right, so this is page number 1. We're going to move on to video for page number 2.